Because the saying is true that you are what you eat, you are what you consume, and you start to throw yourself away to chase a facade. That's when I'm like, okay, I feel like we need to take a step back. So is the internet dead? Hello cuties, welcome back, and if you are new here then hi, I'm Shavion, and we're just gonna dive right in. Is it still corny to be optimistic? Honestly, I love encouraging even the most Scrooge-like person to never stop chasing their sunshine. It's fun, but I'd be lying if I said that becoming an adult didn't make me feel like I needed to mute this part of myself. Be realistic. Well, why isn't it realistic to be happy? Why isn't it realistic to be well-rested, well-paid, and well-loved? I hate the saying, you can't have it all, because who are you to put limits on my happiness? Jeesh. In a world that profits off of our unhappiness with ourselves that spreads to everything without, I rebel in the fact that my optimism knows no bounds, that my creative essence gets me through every dull moment, and that I still believe in the magic of this world. To be honest, things went to shit when people stopped wanting to be wizards and find mermaids. That pull to know all of what life holds, not just what is presented to us. The internet used to be an extension of our imagination in a lot of ways. As a kid, it felt like the first step in getting closer to those futuristic movies I'd watch with my family. The internet also brought us easy access to conspiracy theories. I remember I'd be so scared to sleep after binging a ton of conspiracies on YouTube, as if the FBI would silence me from spreading the word further. And as we got older and learned to filter fact from fiction, the internet brought us clarity on hidden truths. Sadly, a lot of those hidden truths revolved around corruption and unnecessary evils. For anyone that's aware with the heart, you may feel numb, unable to connect to your humanity for long before you start to question the purpose of it all. So you keep scrolling to get a hit of dopamine, but you're not just hit with dopamine. You're hit with bad news, a reminder that AI is trying to replace you, and people way too eager to rage bait you. The place that was once a way to connect to what would usually be out of reach has now been taken over by bots. Yeah, there's not a particular number that everyone agrees on, but at least 20 to 47% of all activity online are from bots. Bots that argue with you over topics that have never affected them. They're simply following the coding that tells them to keep you frozen. And people are getting tired of it. It's completely shifted the vibe online, and most of us can feel it. That's a big reason why a lot of our favorite creators are deciding to take extended breaks or just not come back at all. So is the internet dead? If you're engaging with rage bait and despair, it might feel that way. But the internet has always been more than noise. It's a canvas for our imagination. The internet is alive because we are alive, and every spark of creativity we pour into this is proof that the magic isn't gone.
Set to M for mini, when it should be set to W for Wumbo.
Patrick, I don't think Wumbo is a real word.
Come on, you know. I Wumbo, you Wumbo, he, she, me, Wumbo. Wumbo, Wumboing.
When we give into the addiction of feeling bad, it's easy to forget that our happiness is within reach. And so instead, we reach for our phones. Bro, phone addiction is crazy. Now, I had never been someone that was like super addicted to my phone. I always liked to post on Instagram and stuff, but like I could do my posts, check my DMs, and then go ahead and put the phone down, go outside and like talk to trees for like hours. Like that has always been the type of person that I was until I got into a toxic relationship. And then I was using my phone as a means to escape the moment with them. Like I just needed to distract myself from the fact that I was sitting up with a bum, and I didn't want to face myself. So I would go into the online world. And the crazy thing about trying to run from yourself or run from anything is that it catches up to you very quickly. And I talked about this in my last video about how we live in a dead world, how life feels like a spiritual prison, because I genuinely feel like a lot of us get caught in this trap of trying to escape ourselves, but only further being fed those subconscious things that we like try to stuff down so much. And in that video I talked about how a lot of us suffer from dead mentality. We live in a society that is waiting for the apocalypse to happen, whether that be from God, zombies, AI, robots, ourselves. Like, we are constantly waiting for our demise, and this isn't something new. This isn't like, oh yeah, like 2012 is going to be the end of the world. Like, no, we have been living this way since the Bible was written. We've prepared for our end so much that we forgot how to live in the now. We forgot how to build. We forgot how to even want to build and want to create change, because we feel like it'll all be in vain anyways. And I think that at first the internet was kind of an escape from this very like gloomy way of thinking that our parents were like so into, and we got to just be silly and be dumb online, and it was fun and it was great and it was happy. But then that mentality has crept into almost every crevice online, and it's just like when you're living IRL, you're probably forced to work at a job that you don't even like, and you aren't able to connect to the magic of life. And so you go into your imaginary world after work online, and the same vibe is there. Everyone is just on here complaining. Everyone is on here condemning each other for having a difference in opinions. Like, we genuinely find something new to be divided about every single day, not even realizing that we're playing into the hands of our corrupt leaders. If we were to genuinely care about one another and band together, that would be the end of a lot of things, bro. The problem is that a lot of generations before ours have just turned the cheek way too much. Like, they have turned a blind eye to things in order to keep themselves safe, not realizing that they were putting their kids' futures in danger. You know what I'm saying? It's just annoying. Like, why do we have to suck the fun out of everything? Like, life does not have to be the way that it is, and the online world especially doesn't need to be the way that it is. And yes, as someone with a marketing degree, I know that negativity sells, but why do adults have to act like they're allergic to optimism? Like, every adult that I've ever had this conversation with, they're always like, no, I'm a realist. And I'm just like, bro, like, I kind of feel corny for saying that I feel optimistic. Like, I'm like, I'm like a optimistic realist. Like, yes, I understand like the state of the world, and I understand the circumstances that I am in, but I know that I can always improve on that and create change. Like things don't have to stay the same. And I don't know, I don't want to get into like political talk on my channel, to be honest, because it is just filled with so much rage bait and negativity. Like, why is our president constantly rage baiting us online? I think that is insane and a little suspicious as well. I don't know. I just want people to be more aware of why the internet feels dead and what they can do about it, instead of just checking out like we do with everything else. Like, do we all have an avoidant attachment style?
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick.
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick.
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick. I'm not a Krusty Krab.
Patrick, that's the name of the restaurant.
When the emptiness starts to feel like starvation, you'll know it's time to fill yourself with wonder again. The way that we interact with a lot of popular creators reminds me of the moth to a flame type of thing, because we think that we're getting closer to this glamorous way of living, and it's literally just a facade. When we finally reach that light, we're turned to dust. You really have to be so mindful of what you consume nowadays and the type of relationships that you build with your creator that you enjoy. Like, I think there will always be some level of parasocialness to the relationship between a creator and their audience, but I think the difference in a lot of creators nowadays is that the relationship is built on lies. A good example would be that DDG like love show that he was hosting, where he told the girls that they were actually like competing to date him, and told the audience that too. But then after he got hate for the event, the audience was the goofy one for even thinking that it was real in the first place. I don't feel like anybody should be forced to be a role model. I don't think that that's what it is, but people just are just very ingenuine nowadays, and it sucks because they're just putting on a show to make some money. And I feel like it's okay when they position it as that, like, this is like a reality show that we're about to shoot right now. But I feel like a lot of people try to position it as if it's real just so they can get clips. And like, oh my gosh, the whole clip farming thing is insane in itself, because it never matches up to what was actually happening in the actual content. It makes my fucking head spin, to be honest with you. You really have to be careful with what you are consuming, because the saying is true that you are what you eat. You are what you consume. If all you're consuming is this fake gooner, rage baity type of content, then I mean, you're gonna start to become that type of person yourself. Someone that is constantly objectifying women, someone that doesn't value actual intellect, and that just wants to numb out from the world. I don't think that there is anything wrong with wanting to be entertained and finding entertainment. That's fine, but when you start to like build a connection with this person and you want to chase the life that they are living because it just seems so lit and it seems so grand when you're at home, you know, chilling, not doing much with your life, and it seems very boring, and you start to throw yourself away to chase a facade, that's when I'm like, okay, I feel like we need to take a step back, because it really takes us away from forming original thoughts. It takes you away from even connecting to that wonder, your imagination, the creative essence that is inside of all of us. Read more books, my bro. Like, you have so much untapped potential because you're too busy trying to watch someone else reach theirs. You're too busy watering someone else's. And we talk about this in my people pleasing videos all the time. You got to be convicted in being the star of your own show, or else you're just going to end up being a side character in a movie that is supposed to be about you. And I do understand that it's just the way that the world works. This is how people got to make their money. But I don't like the way that these unrealistic expectations are sold to us on like how your life should be, when that person actually knows that doing those things does not bring you any closer to happiness. Or maybe sometimes they don't know it. You know what I'm saying? We can also give them the benefit of the doubt that they are also just trying to progress through life and learn and grow as we are. But when we aren't taking a second to disconnect or even realize that sentence that I just said, we neglect our own growth. We neglect ourselves. And that's just like, that's what I've been seeing a lot online. I feel like that was adding to a lot of the frustration and a lot of the just this whole thing of being dissatisfied with being online, is that like it's not feeding us, you know, it's not feeding the spirit as it should be. But we have full control of that. You know, I really try to make sure that my videos are coming from the heart, so that when you do watch them, something in you is ignited. Like I want you to feel something. This isn't just a place for you to like tune in, listen to, and then go on with your day. Like, no, I want you to actually start questioning your actions, start questioning your thoughts. And it doesn't have to be in a constant like you're getting on yourself type of way, but it's just to pinch yourself and be like, okay, I'm alive. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm so tired of all of this like numbing content, all of this just numbing discourse that's constantly going around. There's something new every day that's pulling you away from yourself, that's pulling you away from your nature, that's pulling you away from God. Like, we gotta connect. We gotta connect. And the internet can still be a place where we can connect with each other, but can we connect to each other in a way that honors the human on the other side of the screen? Somehow, magically, we are able to exist at the same time as each other. Like, that's pretty freaking amazing. Like out of what odds are me and you existing in the same reality right now, on the same timeline of existence? That's pretty freaking amazing. And it's like, why do we have to spend our time here constantly trying to make the other person feel bad so that we can get something from them? Whether that just be the energy of them feeling bad, or whether that be me trying to get you to click on something to make you feel bad so that you can buy something from me to make you feel good. I can't stand it, y'all. I'm gonna be so real. Like, I genuinely can't stand a lot of this shit. And it's the reason why I create. Like, honestly, like, I have to do something with all of this energy that I'm constantly absorbing from just simply being alive in today's day and age, which is why I've been enjoying puzzles now. Because not only is it a way for me to just empty my mind with someone else and kind of like just talk to them about how I'm feeling, or just not think at all, but I also can work on my focus. I can also work on my memory and my recall by doing puzzles. All things that are taken away from us when we are on TikTok and just trimming down our fucking attention spans with every goddamn scroll. And I already have ADHD. I need things like putting puzzles together. I need things like meditating at the park and writing in my journal, because those are things that feed me and they keep me well and they keep me from feeling insane. But I know damn well watching DDG ain't feeding your soul. So why do you keep engaging with it? You got to start asking yourself, like, do I enjoy suffering that much that I'm just gonna keep like torturing myself? You really got to ask yourself, like, do I enjoy suffering that much? Does my life have to be suffering, or can it be easy?
Mayonnaise an instrument?
No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument. Horseradish is not an instrument either.
The internet is alive because you and I choose to pour parts of ourselves into this every day. And I do understand that, like, seeing your favorite creator step down can make you feel like, yeah, this is dying. This is lame now. But maybe that's just a sign that it's your time. You can rise to the occasion. Even though people are saying that it's dead here and YouTube is harder now, hard does not mean impossible. You know how many millionaires were made during the Great Depression? The people that was still chasing that hunger was getting to where they needed to be. And I can definitely agree with the fact that it's not easy being on here. Like, who knows how the fucking algorithm works? Like, genuinely, it confuses me every single time. Maybe it's not my thumbnails actually that's getting me less clicks. It's just that I need to talk about more interesting topics. I need to challenge myself to think more out of the box. And I like the challenge, to be honest, to be a bit more creative. Things are constantly changing and evolving. And when we're constantly focused on what we've had to let go and what we've laid to rest, we don't give ourselves space to welcome in any new growth. We don't give new creators space to bloom. Some of us that just want to sit in front of the camera and be what the internet was always supposed to be. An extension of our imagination, a place to share our story, and a place to connect to what has historically been beyond our reach. And I'm not even trying to say that all the content that I consume is so good for my mind and so good for me. Like, I don't just be consuming like thought-provoking and spiritual type of content. You know what I'm saying? I love a good drama channel. I love a good commentary. Like, Troy's TV probably will always be my favorite like drama commentator. I be getting the tea at work all the time. Like, that is what gets me through a hard work day. But I try to balance that out with some neuro knowledge, or even my little Pan Man. I love watching this Pan Man on YouTube that just be in the forest. Like, y'all, that's some good stuff. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I be deep in thought, deep in creativity. Like, I get a lot of good brainstorming done when I listen to my Pan Man. But yeah, after you watch something, just simply check in with how you feel. If you feel anything along the lines of nothingness or a negative discomfort, then maybe you need to go tap into some hope core. Maybe you need to be interacting with more optimistic, inspiring, and thought-provoking videos so that the algorithm will start promoting more videos like that to you. Or you need to go do something with that bad juju, like go for a walk or write it out, do something. Now, if you watch something and afterwards you feel a little inspired, then you're already on the right track, my love. All you got to do now is either share that energy or create something from that energy. I know a lot of creatives watch my videos, so after you watch something inspiring, that can be a great time for you to go work on that project that you've been putting off. Yeah, you're still a painter, even though you haven't picked up a paintbrush in a few months. I promise you are still an artist for sure. Just like get to it, you know, like stop putting it off. You can be listening to this while you're doing that to encourage y'all to get lost in y'all's thoughts as you are engaging in whatever activity that you're doing. Because I know I personally like listening to a good video when I'm doing anything. So, and if you want to start a fucking YouTube, then start one, bro. Like, people have been saying it's the end of the world since the beginning of time, and I just don't feel like it's anything different with the internet. There's always going to be a new wave of people that is coming, but you can be someone within that wave that is organically grown, that is built on authenticity and love. Who cares about being corny? Who cares about coming off as cringe to other people? I have videos on here about being cringe as well, because who gives a fuck? Like, genuinely, who gives a fuck? Be you. You are needed. You are valued. We want to hear from you. We want to see you. We want to see your creations. Your creations are needed. It's what keeps the world flowing. That creative essence is like the fucking base of life, bro. Seriously. I think a lot of artists can like understand that creative flow that you get into. Like, you like, yo, yeah, this is what created us. This is, yeah, whatever that shit is. It's amazing. And connect to it more. Stop connecting with things that make you disconnect. Yo, am I even making sense right now? The cicadas are getting loud outside. I don't know if y'all can hear them, but they're everywhere right now. I love this. I am so ready for fall. Wait, I'm saying cicadas, or is those crickets? Nah, those ain't crickets. That's a cicada. Nah, they ain't no cricket. I can tell the difference. I love fall, y'all. Like, genuinely, I'm so happy. Y'all see my Halloween decorations? The whole house is spooked out right now. I don't feel like turning the camera, but like there's cobwebs and there's spooky lights everywhere, and I'm very happy.
This story will cheer you up. It's called The Ugly Barnacle. Once there was an ugly barnacle. He was so ugly that everyone died. The end.
That didn't help at all.
We can create our own little hope pockets right here online. So cheers to keeping the internet alive by refusing to bury our magic and optimism. And thank you to all the cuties that are still here. If you have made it this far, then comment some version of "I'm happy to be here," followed by an orange emoji. And also, if you resonated with anything that we talked about today, or if you just want to add to the conversation, leave that all in the comment section. Before you leave, check out the first link in my description, which will take you to my Ko-fi, where I have different worksheets with prompts and affirmations to help you explore topics like these. You could also support the channel by becoming a member or simply subscribing. So thank you. Remember to like the video and share it with someone that you think may enjoy it. You can also check out the description for our Discord, the audio version of this, my Pinterest, or if you would like to send a question to me. But yes, that is all I have for you today, cutie. I love you. Take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
This is not real.